Have you ever wondered who Elon Musk really is?
Most famous and most controversial. Elon Musk was born in South Africa, makes headlines all the time.
Tech, space rockets, electric vehicles, ambitious, maybe even visionary. Sold PayPal in 2002.
Bought Twitter for around $44 billion.
Protect free speech.
He became involved in Tesla.
SpaceX is a space exploration company. He was a major donor to Donald Trump's presidential campaign.
Welcome back to Story Orbit N, the show where we talk about real English conversations and focus on useful vocabulary.
Have you ever wondered who Elon Musk really is and why everyone seems to be talking about him?
Today, we are going to talk about one of the most famous and most controversial entrepreneurs alive. He is a person who makes headlines all the time and who has built companies that do everything from electric cars to rockets.
And if you are learning English, this episode is going to help you pick up new words and expressions the way real people talk.
So Tom, let's kick it off. When you hear the name Elon Musk, what's the first thing that pops into your head?
Oh, wow. Where do I start, Jessica? The first thing I think about is innovation, which means creating something new and very different from what existed before.
Elon Musk was born in South Africa, in the city of Pretoria, and he grew up there with his family. His mother, May Musk, is a model and dietitian, and his father, Elon Musk, is an engineer, which meant he grew up around both creative and technical ideas from a young age.
His career is almost like a movie plot that jumps between tech, space rockets, electric vehicles, social media, and even politics.
When we say career, we mean the main work someone does over their life, not just one job.
It's a fascinating story that many people follow around the world. I guess the most impressive thing to me is how he can manage so many big projects at the same time. To manage something means to organize and control it.
He didn't just stick to one field, he kind of expanded into everything.
People say he is ambitious, maybe even visionary, which means someone who imagines the future and then tries to make it real.
That's a great point, Tom. When you say someone is visionary, you mean someone who sees big possibilities before others do. It's not just having ideas, it's trying to make them real, even if it seems crazy at first.
And Elon Musk is exactly that kind of person. Let's go back to the beginning of his story so our listeners can get the whole picture. He was born in 1971 in South Africa. That is where his early life started, and he showed interest in computers and technology at a young age.
In fact, by the age of 12, he had already made and sold a simple video game called Blastar for around $500, which gave him confidence in technology and business.
That's incredible, right? Most of us were playing video games just for fun at that age, and Elon Musk turned it into a real business opportunity.
Also, listeners, the phrase confidence in technology and business here means believing in his ability to build and create something useful, not just playing around with ideas. That shows early entrepreneurial spirit. Entrepreneurs are people who start businesses and take risks.
Exactly. And that early entrepreneurial spirit continued when he moved to Canada as a teenager. He moved there partly because his mother was Canadian, which made it easier for him to study and live abroad, and also because he wanted more opportunities than he felt he had in South Africa.
Later, he moved to the United States because he believed that was the best place to build technology companies and turn big ideas into reality.
His first real big company was called Zip2. It was an online guide that helped newspapers share information like maps and local businesses on the internet. After selling Zip2 for a large sum, he co-founded another company called X.com, which later became PayPal.
You might have used PayPal to pay for something online, or send money to a friend without using cash, or a bank transfer. When we say online payments, we mean moving money through the internet instead of physical money.
Elon Musk then sold PayPal in 2002 when it was bought by eBay for about $1.5 billion. From that deal, he personally earned around $180 million, which suddenly gave him not only experience, but also a huge amount of capital. Capital means money that can be used to invest in new businesses and bigger ideas.
After selling PayPal and earning that money, Elon Musk didn't do just one thing next. First, in 2002, he started SpaceX, focusing on space exploration and rocket technology. A little later, he became involved in Tesla by investing in the company and later becoming its main leader. Let's unpack those.
SpaceX is a space exploration company that builds rockets and satellites. Satellites? are machines that move around the Earth and collect or send information.
Its goal is to reduce the cost of space travel. To reduce the cost means to make it cheaper. The idea is that if space travel becomes cheaper, humans might live on other planets one day.
But when we say might, we mean it is possible but not certain.
Tesla, on the other hand, makes electric vehicles as well as batteries and solar products. So he went from the internet to rockets and cars all in a few years.
That transition really shows two things. First, Elon Musk doesn't limit himself to one industry. Second, he likes to tackle very hard problems, things that require complex engineering, meaning designing and building difficult systems, as well as innovation and risk.
You know, not many people could just jump from online software to rockets and cars. But that's part of what makes his story so compelling, meaning it really grabs people's attention. People often say he likes to tackle a problem, which means to face a difficult challenge directly instead of avoiding it.
And with that amount of money, most people would probably just retire, slow down, and enjoy life instead of risking it all again. But Elon Musk chose to reinvest his money into even bigger and more uncertain ideas, which says a lot about how he thinks.
Exactly. And speaking of tackling hard things, let's talk about SpaceX for a bit. SpaceX, which stands for Space Exploration Technologies Corporation, was founded in 2002 and since then has made reusable rockets, which was a big deal because traditionally rockets were single-use and extremely expensive.
These reusable rockets helped make commercial spaceflight possible. Commercial spaceflight means space travel run by private companies, not by governments like NASA. They also developed Starship, a fully reusable spacecraft.
A spacecraft is a vehicle designed to travel in space. The long-term aim, meaning the main goal over time, is to one day send humans to Mars. It almost feels like science fiction becoming real life.
And just to clarify, when we say commercial, here we mean related to business and private companies, not government projects or public programs.
Yes, and if there's one word I would explain right now, it's reusable. In everyday language, something that is reusable can be used more than once. If you think of a reusable water bottle, you use it again and again instead of throwing it away.
SpaceX's reusable rockets come back to Earth after launching into space and land vertically, so they can be used again. This has saved money and changed how space missions can be planned.
Speaking of savings, that leads us to another of Musk's big companies, Tesla. Tesla's mission is to accelerate the world's transition to sustainable energy. When something is described as sustainable, it means it can continue for a long time without using up resources or causing serious damage to the environment.
Tesla's electric cars don't use gasoline, which is the fuel most traditional cars run on. Because of that, they don't produce the same level of emissions. Emissions are gases released into the air, often from engines, and they contribute to air pollution.
Tesla has also developed battery products that can store renewable energy. Renewable energy means energy that comes from sources like the sun or wind, which do not run out. They even make solar roof tiles that generate power from sunlight, turning homes into small energy producers.
All of this connects to a broader idea called combating climate change. To combat something means to actively fight against it, and climate change refers to long-term changes in the Earth's temperature and weather patterns, largely caused by human activity.
These companies made him extremely wealthy and famous. Wealthy simply means very rich. But his story isn't just about companies and products. In 2022, Elon Musk bought Twitter for around $44 billion, which is an enormous amount of money.
He explained that he wanted more control over how the platform worked and believed it should protect free speech, which refers to the idea that people should be allowed to express their opinions without being censored.
Twitter was one of the world's biggest social media platforms. After buying it, he rebranded it to X. Rebranded means he changed the name, the logo, and the overall public image of the company.
Once Twitter became X, the changes didn't stop with the name. Elon Musk also changed how the platform handled content moderation and enforcement of its rules. Content moderation is the process of deciding what posts stay online and what posts are removed.
This quickly became controversial, which means many people strongly disagreed about it. Some people felt the platform allowed more freedom of speech. Others worried that harmful or misleading content could spread more easily, especially content that could affect vulnerable users. Vulnerable users are people who can be more easily harmed, such as children.
Those changes pushed Elon Musk into the center of public debates. A debate is a public discussion where people strongly disagree about an issue. In this case, the debates were about misinformation, which is false or inaccurate information, and safety online.
Because of this, Musk's influence started to go beyond business and technology and into society and politics.
Speaking of politics, listeners, did you know Elon Musk was involved in U.S. politics more directly than most CEOs? In 2024, he was a major donor to Donald Trump's presidential campaign.
A campaign is an organized effort to win an election. After Trump's inauguration, Elon Musk served in an advisory role, which means he gave advice but did not make official decisions, focusing on ideas about government efficiency or how to make government work faster and more effectively.
His political involvement sparked both support and criticism. Some people see his ideas as refreshing, while others think business leaders should focus only on their companies.
That tension between business and politics makes him even more polarizing. That means people have strong and divided opinions about him.
Elon Musk also founded other companies like Neuralink, which works on brain-computer interface technology, and the Boring Companies, which tries to make tunneling and underground transportation faster and cheaper. So his interests truly range from the smallest level of the brain up to outer space.
Now let's talk about some recent events that have kept Elon Musk in the news just this year. Very recently, his space company, SpaceX, merged with his AI company, xAI, in what is being described as a historic deal.
This merger brings together space technology, AI development, and even the social media platform X under one umbrella, creating a massive tech group with aims that go far beyond traditional industries.
Some people see this as Elon Musk uniting his big bets on the future, artificial intelligence, space infrastructure, and communication platforms all in one place. But that also raises questions about competition, regulation, and influence in the tech world.
That's quite a mouthful, right? And from an English perspective, this idea of a merger means two companies combining into a single company. So SpaceX and xAI are now working together as one.
And when we say umbrella in this context, we don't mean the thing you hold in the rain. It means one large organization that includes several smaller companies.
Yes, and such moves make global headlines because they change how business and innovation work. They also bring up topics like regulation, which is the idea of rules and laws that govern how companies must behave, especially when they become very powerful.
More power can mean more responsibility, but also more scrutiny or criticism, especially from governments and watchdog organizations. Scrutiny means very close attention and criticism.
Listeners, now I want to ask you a question. When you hear about Elon Musk's achievements and controversies, do you feel inspired or do you feel skeptical? Think about why that might be and what words you could use to express your views in English.
So to wrap up, Elon Musk's story is one that touches many parts of modern life, technology, business, media, culture, politics, and language. He has built companies that push boundaries, but with that comes intense public attention and debate.
Whether you admire him, question him, or something in between, his influence on global conversation is undeniable. And in talking about his story, you also got to hear everyday English phrases that people use in real news and conversations.
Before we finish, let's take a moment to recap some of the key vocabulary we explained today. We talked about words like innovation, which is creating something new, an entrepreneur, someone who starts businesses and takes risks. We explained capital as money used to invest in new ideas, and risks as the chance of failure or loss.
We also covered important tech and society terms like sustainable, meaning something that can last long term without harming the environment, and emissions, which are gases released into the air. When we talked about social media, we explained free speech, content moderation, and misinformation, all words that appear often in the news and everyday conversations.
And finally, we explored more abstract ideas like controversial, polarizing, regulations, and scrutiny. These are useful words when talking about powerful people, politics, and big companies because they help you express opinions in a clear and precise way.
Now, it's your turn. Try writing one sentence about Elon Musk using one or two of the words we explained today. You can share whether you feel inspired, skeptical, or somewhere in between.
Thanks for listening to Story Orbit N. Keep practicing, keep noticing new words around you, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye!